Okay, hopefully this is all up and working. And if not, hopefully someone in chat will let me know whether or not the music is too loud or not. You can hear my voice. But I think everything should be good. All right. So, long story short, my campaign's been going on for about 14 months right now, and we're playing every week. And my players have just hit level 12, and so we're going to wrap up sort of the campaign. We're going into the final act. So, super fast plot synopsis. The story thus far. I'm going to try to type this on Google Docs so I can easily access all the backstory and things. But if it starts to freak out, I'm going to switch over to just to a plain doc. So, the main part of the story, the big thing, is Sir Glad, the good guy, wants to open portals that he wants to keep the veil torn between the living and the dead that bring the dead back to life. So that's actually pretty a good thing, right? All right. Hey, thanks, Colin. Music isn't loud enough. Turn that up just a little bit. All right. So Sir Gladriel, there are these 3 seals, and they all got broken. And when all the 3 seals got broken, it tore the veil between the living and the dead. And when that happened, all the dead bodies, if they wanted to, they could be restored back to life. Raise the Dead is extraordinarily rare in my campaign world, and so this was something that no one had ever conceived of before. People can be spared from death if they so desired, as long as this veil is torn. The downside is, as long as the veil is torn, that portal opens to the, to the river Styx, and demons and devils and things can swarm through and sort of attack the living. So Sir Gladriel wants to keep these portals open, and he's a good guy, but the heroes want them closed. Because when those portals open, lots of demons just spew out and just murders everybody. And that's not good. So the conflict is Gladriel is a hero throughout the realm. Everyone loves him. And the heroes think that his plan is dangerous. On the last couple of sessions, what has happened is Gladriel opened up a portal right next to a huge abbey. This one right here. And it was swallowed by the realm of the damned. I sort of like stole it from Avernus. But basically this huge abbey got sort of sucked into this portal, and they had to go through hell to try to bring it back. And so they fought a demon lord that Gladriel's trying to make a deal with. And then at the very end of it, the heroes closed the portal. The demons stopped getting through, but everyone who had come back to life, their life was again ended. So everyone who had been brought back by Gladriel opening this portal, they had died a second time. And that's sort of where we left it off. They had a sort of an in-between session where they had to get back from hell and sort of get back to their keep and sort of establish their next session. But now we're going to try to figure out what happens. So the last session was definitely sort of like a filler session. We spent sort of like 3 hours sort of planning out what they wanted to do. And eventually I sort of prompted them. We were left off a demon named Fovrine that they have called Fovrine, a shapeshifter, approached them and said that she wants to talk. Now, to the players, Fovrine is a big mystery. What the players know about her is that she's some sort of shapeshifter, that she pretends to be a cult member, so she initially, before Gladriel opened up this portal, there was a cult that was trying to do it, and Gladriel was trying to stop them, thinking they were just crazies. But when he saw that, it was true, that people really were coming back from the dead, he was sort of taken away by that. And they think that Fovrine did this all to fuck with Gladriel. And they are right about that. What the players don't know is Fovrine is a Rakshasa. One of those tiger devil things that Gladriel slayed long ago, and then she's been plotting her revenge. Fovrine is the true villain of this whole campaign. Her plan is to corrupt Gladriel somehow and then have him die, so his soul will go down into hell and she can torture him for a while. because that's her revenge plot. Whew. So what Florine wants to do is make Galadriel open up another portal that's going to kill a lot of people. To get Glad to kill folks. Then get Glad killed. And that's where the players come in. And so now, I think they're going to spend at least some part of the next session just sort of hashing out whether or not they want to talk to Florine before they eventually come in that they want to. Yes, that's exactly, yeah, Galadriel is kind of a good guy at one point, right? Like, he's the hero of the Fire and Ice one-shot. If you want to, on my channel, there's that high-level one-shot adventure. He was the hero of that. And so in, like, sort of my story setting, everyone knows him as this great folk hero. And so, like, the players would go to a church or whatever, and they see a statue, donated by, Galadriel's heroics. Instead of taking the dragon's treasure for himself, he donated to charity, yada, yada, yada. His dad's a lord, yada, yada, yada. And so what the players think, let's talk about Glad for a second here, because it just came up again, right? What the players think, see, they tracked him into a church one time, and he went down to the basement, and then the player spied on him, and there was this girl frozen in ice. And Galadriel seemed very concerned about her well-being. And so the players, thinking, oh my gosh, is this his dame? Is this his daughter? She died somehow. Is he trying to bring her back, right? Players think Glad wants to rescue Girl in Ice, Dame Marion. Again, if you watch the Fire and Ice video, you get a bit of her backstory. When trying to slay this tyrant dragon that sort of controlled the realm, she was part of the scouting party that gave crucial intelligence, but she died in the effort. She was frozen in ice. And Galadriel rescued her body. Players also think, correctly, that Ice Girl is daughter. So what the players incorrectly think is that Glad is doing it for her. Yeah, of course he wants to bring his long dead daughter back to life, but really he's doing it for himself. For his own glory. He thinks that's what's going to get him into heaven. But he is wrong. Okay. So how can we bring this all into conflict? What is Florine going to want from the players when they meet? Well, Florine wants to eventually corrupt Galadriel and kill him. But I think at the same time, I want to resolve this whole... I think I want to show them this, right? For her, Ice Girl. Okay, so Galadriel has the recipe. He knows how to open up the portals. He found the last member of the cult. She died in hell, but Galadriel and the Prince Bishop know the formula. So if you back up here, the last time I did one of these, their quest was to find the Prince Bishop before he's taken below. They never got to that. They got sidetracked and did something else. So they had to sort of pay the consequence. The Prince Bishop is now dead. So Galadriel knows the secret to open the portals. They can only be opened at certain locations, at these vertices, I'm calling them, basically where the boundaries between the plane are thin. Are you guys sort of liking me just sort of talk about my campaign? I'm sort of, I don't know, just sort of thinking along what needs to happen next. How to open the portals. So what he's going to do is he's going to try one. He needs to know a new location. All right. Which is one on the ice island. If you can see on the screen, there's you can see a bit of the ocean and there's a bit of a white. That's sort of the ice island where one of these vertices is. And the other one is going to be in Her Dothrin. which is the city of dwarves. Here, real fast, I'm going to try to move this map around so maybe you can see what I'm talking about. So Herdothrin is the city of the dwarves. It's where my players, one of her two fathers, live. Being female is a recessive trait in my world for the dwarves. And their children are born like of the earth, literally. So anyway, she has two dads, and they both live in Herdothrin. And it's also around a volcano. And so that is a vertice, a place where the boundary between the planes is thin. So it's a great place for Galder to rip it open and try to bring dead people back to life. But if he learns, so that's what Galder's going to have to do real fast. Let's bring this here. So Galder learns about this one. He learns. So he has to go somewhere to learn first. Where? And that'll buy the player some time. Buys them, let's say, 2d4 days. Ice Island and Herdothrin. So Herdothrin is densely populated. Ice Island is not densely populated. So Galder, being a good guy, would prefer to do this one. Okay. And then so Galder will go to Ice Island to do a ritual. Cool. To do writ. And he's going to bring the girl with her. Okay. Because, okay, this is perfect. Galadriel's going to go to this place that's isolated. He thinks that it's going to be all alone, so even if demons do get through, it's not going to be a big deal because they're all isolated. He can bring the girl with her, bring her back to life, and it'll all be good. Galadriel's plan is awesome. Ha 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 ha. But Fogreen doesn't want that. Fogreen wants Galadriel to destroy Herdothrin, because destroying all those people will make him evil, and then when he dies, he'll go to hell, and Fogreen will get to torture him. So Fogreen wants the Ice Island plan to fail. And that's what she's going to tell the players to do. Oh my gosh, this is really juicy. Because now, ha 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 ha. Because the players want Galadriel to fail in that too, because they think it's a terrible idea to just rip open these things between the living and the dead. When I come to the place name so memorable. So Ice Island has a real name. Orkfirth Island. Actually, I think it's... Yeah, Orkfirth Island. It was just covered up by this thing. I don't know where I came up with the name Herdothrin. I think my wife actually came up with it when we were just, sort of spitballing things around. I actually like the capital city's name, Hrothmar. I think that's a very cool place. All right. So Fogreen wants the players... So Fogreen's going to ask the players to cause Galadriel's plan to fail in Ice Island. Okay, I was on something there. That's good because... Or that's not good as dramatic, because it gets the players to cooperate with, what they don't know is a devil. It starts them down that dirty road, right? Do they want to partner with someone they don't trust in order to accomplish a goal that they want? And again, right, like, Galadriel is not a bad guy. Well, maybe. His Galadriel's sort of big sin right here is that he thinks he can do all this by himself, right? Is that he doesn't really care whose life he sacrifices in order to get, everyone to come back. That he alone gets to make that decision because he's the one who is powerful enough to do it. That's his sin. Anyway. So the players cooperate with untrustworthy person. That's a nice moral dilemma for them. And so, this is all going to play out now. Because if the Ice Island plan fails, then Galadriel will go to Herdothrin. There we go. That'll go to Herdothrin. And Fovrine wants them to kill them. It's to kill Glad. Alright, so why will the players cooperate? So right here, the players don't know Glad's move, but Fovrine will. Okay. But I want to give them the opportunity to guess. So where would Glad go to get this information? He would go to the other church where his friend lives. Shoot. With, what was her name? Quinnell? It's a little white church village, abbey place, monastery. Monastery with... It's where the Ice Girl lives, of course. He's going to pick up the... No, he took the body away from there, so she's not there anymore. So maybe Ice Girl is already stashed. No. But Quinnell would be able to tell him where the vertices are. Where would he have stored the body of the Ice Girl? That's another place that the players would guess to go. Put that in here. Where is Ice Girl? Dame Marion. I should have used those names the whole time. All right, maybe we can get a chat to help me out here. So let's open up this OBS here, move this map around. All right, players, pick one of these spots on the map for Ice Girl to be stored at. In a fridge. So Dame Marion is, Gladriel's not-so-secret daughter that the players have already figured out that relationship. She is sort of frozen in a block of ice, long dead, and Gladriel's going to open this portal to bring her back. So he has this huge chunk of ice that has, a human body stuck in it. So it needs to be somewhere. Where could Galadriel go? Not Fallburns, that's under siege. Harbeck's Keep is where his dad used to live, but his dad is now dead. Mammoth Head. Yeah! That's a good one. Okay. Yeah. So Mammoth Head is run by this Lady Sigrid. Lady Sigrid's younger brother was married to Galadriel's brother, and they are both dead now because of the war. So it makes sense that he would go there. Lady Sigrid is sympathetic to him, having lost her brother too. The losing of her brother was the previous adventure with a different party. Brother married to Glad's brother. Sympathetic. Okay. Yes. Fovrine has to kill Glad. That's actually a really nice end to the campaign. So the problem here is, right, we need to give Fovrine something to tempt the players with, besides just telling where Galadriel's going to go next, because the players could figure that out. What's up, Gustavo Souza? So Fovrine can definitely tell them of the plan, but more than that, is that going to be enough? Okay, but the second part right here, she's really going to have to sweeten the pot. Fovrine will give them whatever they want. And what is it they want? Okay. A pet mammoth. So they are 12th level characters. So in case so here's a little point, right? Like this whole time I haven't written anything about like armor class or what monsters I want to use. it's all about right now setting up these moral dilemmas and challenges in the story, putting the players on the horns of a dilemma where they want two different things that are constantly in conflict. That's the real secret to challenging high-level characters, right? Thank you, Mr. Souza. I appreciate it. Okay. So what Faurine can tell them right there is about the Egg of Time. Maybe. She can tell what's special about Gladriel's ring. Okay. So, what is special about Glad's ring, you ask? Well, let's talk about the Egg of Time. So, 2 campaigns ago, I played Morrowind in Mesoamerican jungle, and it was awesome. But my player sort of failed at the final mission, and all the Wood Elves got destroyed. And as a result, these sort of powerful artifacts sort of got scattered throughout the world. And when they can come together, they can have the power to reweave time and make gods. That should add more hit points. So, one player, Huck, is a Palmer. What the Palmers want to do, they keep the lore secret. They guard the Blackfire jungle. They know that whatever's in there killed 2 entire species, just wiped them off the face of the earth. So whatever's in there is way too dangerous to be kept out. Huck's family died when the Wood Elves went extinct. Effie, Aoeffie, she wants the knowledge. That's sort of a constant point of conflict between these two characters. Effie wants the knowledge. She was sent here on a mission to learn what happened to the cousins. Her cousins, the Tezek elves. And her rival is making progress. So if you watched the Rivals Party video, I talked about Effie's rival a little bit. They're both researching what happened to these extinct race of elves to try to stop it from happening again. And her rival's making more promise. So Gladriel's ring is one of the artifacts of the tools of the loom. It's one of the pieces you need to use the loom with possibly the power to stop the blight. So it's something that Effie wants. But she doesn't know what it's there for yet. No, it's power. Okay. So Faurine can tell her the story. Faurine can give her the knowledge. Of the Tezek and Lord Dago. Awesome. Perfect. So when Faurine, who is not really named Faurine, its real name is Nadir. The first person that Nadir impersonated with their shape change ability was a woman named Maureen. And so now the players are convinced that there's a Maureen, there's a Faurine. Or, you get the idea. Nope. Sorry about that. I forgot my thing was down. All right. So, what else can we do here? Foreen can give her the knowledge. This is the important bit. All right. So what sort of things can we throw at the players? Now we can get to the juicy part, right? What are some sort of challenges we can have at them along the way? So get this. Last session, they were pretty much tapped out of spell slots. Hey, what's up, Cameron? Last session, they were pretty much like tapped out of spell slots, having just fought, Bell, a CR23 Prince of Hell from the Avernus Adventure. And they banished themselves back to the real world from Hell. And they were just on 2 cliffs that were, 200 feet above the ground. And just the fact that, they couldn't solve that problem. It was just so classic. Like, even these 11th level characters at the time, you just put them on a high cliff and they get to climb down. And they were just completely frozen. It was interesting. Just learning that even those sort of rudimentary things can still challenge players. Okay. So what sort of, we can have random portals opening? No, that sort of goes against the flow of this. What sort of things can the players encounter? There's still a Southern Army. But I think that plot line is kind of dead. They already defeated one of the lords here. What's up, BC? Okay, so they can fight marauding bands. The Southern Army might have broken up and scattered, so they can fight marauding bands of this. Okay, so this is cool. It's not just going to be, 6 on 6. It's going to be 50 plus guards and soldiers. That's awesome. Big mob. 50 plus guards and soldiers. And their secondary objective to that one. You know what? Save the farm is kind of dumb. I think I've done... Well, it's not dumb. I've just done it way too many times. All right. So besides something like... How about a mill? Yeah, that's a bit more interesting. I don't think they've seen one yet. I mean, it's the same sort of idea, but a mill seems to have like a... No, but why would they be trying to ransack a mill? What am I using for the map? The map is... Oh, if you were here just a little bit earlier, you would have seen it. It's the one that's behind the background here. Okay. What's something else that a whole bunch of soldiers would do that's kind of something that the players would want to stop from happening? I don't know. Something. All right. We'll just leave that be, right? So spring is here. So that's something that's big, sort of happening in the world. The seasons are changing. Winter is finally over. So there could be a festival. No, that's what we're going to do. That's how they're going to start the session, by having brunch and having a festival. But when spring is here, I want sort of a... Maybe a, like sort of a Fey creature is coming out. Fey encounter. All right. What sort of nasty Fey can there be? Or... Okay. So let's get some overgrowing vines. That wrap. You know, let's have a mass charm effect. Okay, yeah. Like the flowers are coming out and the flowers are so beautiful. They cast Hypnotic Pattern. Okay, yeah, this was sort of the Hermione encounter, right? The flowers sort of stun you like the poppies or something from Wizard of Oz, and the vines sort of try to grow you back into them, right? And the vines try and consume you. into fertilizer. Ooh. Maybe not an Eldredin. What are those the Imperiums? They're like Titans, right? They're Celestials that like move with the weather. Last session, they avoided fighting 2 giants that were dragging a carcass to a funeral. And so this will be different. This will be nice. I like using a large creature. We have lots of fun minis here. Okay. And so why would they want to fight? What are these? What's the Imperium doing here? I feel like if you're going to have like a big celestial creature, it needs to have some sort of goal that's other than just exist or, you know, serve to fight the baddies. It wants to dam a river. Yeah, you know what? Let's have this thing be a friendly monster. Dam a river. Is that one of its goals? No, it seems a little mundane. Shucks. All right, chat, help me out. What would a huge sort of a Titan embodiment of spring want when spring is coming? What would its goal might be? All right, we'll move on while that stews around. All right. What are some things? Let's just think about some world building things that could happen in the festivals. There'd be a maypole. It's kind of interesting. There would be log throwing. Like 2 sessions ago, they fought a CR23 creature with half hit points and its 9th level spell removed or on a timer. Log throwing. Ensure a good rain season. That's a great one. That's perfect. Because the festival is Ogma's Reign. Ogma is the blue god. Agender. God of knowledge and magic. The rain, the wind, and storms. Ensure a good rain season. By getting MacGuffin to super place. But things are in the way. So this is the encounter where you protect something. Protect the MacGuffin from baddies. Awesome. Yeah, and then there are evil spirits who want bad rains for the year. Who are the evil spirits? They're the slain soldiers from the war. Boom. All ties up. Look at that. Chaka, 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 chaka. Awesome. Woo, a spirit of spring and love. You know what? That's going to be in the Fey counter here. There's also going to be Spring of Love. Yeah. A love spirit. A nymph. Ah! I love it. I love it. Okay. I like that. This is going to be fun. Log throwing. Yeah. Friendly Imperiums. Alright, what sort of magic MacGuffin is he going to have? I imagine it's going to be like a huge like glass flower thing. I don't have time to make a craft. That's okay. It looks like a glass flower. That's good enough, right? That's why it can be broken. A lily. Awesome. Perfect. And he has to move it up the mountain. Why? Oh, because here's why. Ha 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 ha. It's kind of backwards, right? It brings some joy, so much joy. It brings some tears of joy to see the flower up there. And so when he cries, it brings the rain for the whole next year. I love it. That's the sort of thing that my player's going to be like, what are you thinking? But in my mind, it makes sense. Cheese rolling, yes! Okay. So, all right. I think we have some encounters that sort of like to act as some filler here. We have a festival. They can have their brunch when they first get there. And then we have the sort of the deeper plot. We know what the bad guy's plan is, where he's going to go, and what the other real bad person wants. And this is the thing that's really sort of holding this whole tension together, right? But Gazetteer thinks he knows no limits. He'll do whatever he wants to do what he thinks is right. Consequences be damned. Faurine wants Gazetteer to be completely corrupted in that way, and she's willing to use the players to get that goal. And the players are willing to cooperate because Faurine can offer them things that they want. A, knowledge about the Egg of Time, and B, where Gazetteer is and how to stop him. Because when Gazetteer fails at the ice, if the portal gets closed there, he's going to move on to Herdothrin, which threatens Thea's parents. And that sort of comes full circle. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Awesome. Well, I am very happy with all of this. I hope you folks had a good time. I hope you enjoyed watching. If you're late to this, you want to catch the whole thing, it's going to be up on my YouTube channel for the next day or so, and then it's going to be on my $1 Patreon. So all that good stuff, like, share, subscribe, spread the good word, and we will see you next time.